Big dick six pack.
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a stumble quest.
Last time on Stumble Quest, the gang has some much-needed downtime on the boat, settling back into their space. Will takes care of some document work, Oswalt is getting ghostly shredded, Brix is having some private existentialies, and Knack's ocean madness sets in again with a vengeance.
And finally, we can do Art working on the boat.
Yes. I would like three things to happen. I would like Art to be working on his boat.
Mm-hmm.
I would like Art to check in with Larian.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like Art to, over the course of this week, also still be trying to get in touch with Freylor over the course of time.
As for the boat, you said you rolled a 12 before, I think?
Yes.
You're kind of placing things together. You've found a nice place to store all your superfluous parts for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're starting to make a little bit of progress. You're kind of like putting some things back and it seems to fit a little bit better. Things are going well. And you get to a point where you're just like, fuck, I don't know enough about this to finish it.
Yeah.
Like there's clearly some more things, either like new parts that need to be made or like old parts that just need to be reconfigured or something in order to make the batteries fit or be compatible with the thing. Okay. As much as you've tried and it seems like it should work or it seems like it would, it just, nothing happens. You're just like, I don't know what I'm doing clearly.
Yeah.
You've done pretty well though, considering.
Yeah, considering that he's literally like basing it off of like, I saw ancient tech that used these things, and I think that we can maybe pull from that. And then here's this thing that wasn't finished when I got to it that I have no idea, and it's some guy's life's work. Like, he's done pretty well, but it's very, like...
Yeah.
There's probably just, like, a day or two of, like, extreme frustration where he was like, there's gotta be something else. And then eventually he just... Okay, nope, that's it for now. I don't think I can get any further with this, if that's how he's feeling.
As far as you know, you've done everything that you are confident in doing with the machine and have kind of just hit a brick wall. You're like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So
yeah, a few days working on it, make, as far as you can tell, decent progress, and then have to quit.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Mm-hmm. And I guess at some point in between this is when Oswalt training quest happens.
Periodically, Art was above decks, like, kind of thinking things through, trying to clear his head, and probably passively trying to connect with Freylor, but I don't think he's been doing his, like, usual meditations. If you were to be looking at him, I don't think you would know that he was trying to communicate with his god. Because he's starting to genuinely get concerned that something is very wrong, and that's not something he wants to bring to the table right now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to, clear his head, walk around, and, like, strike a meditation, or, like, before he's, like, just going to sleep at night, going into, like, that meditative state, like, trying to connect with his god.
Okay.
It's almost conspicuous how much it looks like he has not been praying, given that he is normally fairly devout.
Fair. Well, eventually, you would be able to establish enough of a connection with Freylor to be able to speak with them. But yes, it takes several more days. From the time that you guys begin your course headed down south, takes like 5 days before you're able to actually speak with Freylor at all. But it does gradually get to that point. Like at one point you think you can hear Freylor's voice, but not quite. And yeah, so.
Okay.
So it seems like things are okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah. In this interim, I think like the biggest character moment he is having outside of the stuff with like Oswalt. He's very concerned about the state of Knack, but who knows?
What can you do?
Who knows what's going on there? He doesn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole right now. And I do think at some point he's going to like sit down in the kind of like crew area with Larian and just try to just check in, you know? Just give a little how are you doing?
Even though elves don't technically sleep, Larian looks exhausted. He's just so tired. And much in the same way that Art normally would be found praying, because Art is very devout, over the course of the time that Larian's been with you guys, he's at least said like a few prayers. At no point during the last few days has he done so much as even say anything about the pantheon of gods, much less Havasta himself. For the most part, he's been kind of keeping to himself and just kind of staying quiet, just doing as best as he can to like keep things together, since he's now had like a moment to breathe and process things in general. There's been at least a couple of times where you may have overheard him casting sending to make sure that the plan was a go. As for checking in with him on that particular day, he's just like, I just need to reunite with my family, and I need to go and just be for a while. I can't think of anything else. I don't even know. Like, I spent like 130 years old, and all that time has been spent in a single church. That's all I knew. And apparently I didn't even know how it was run or who was running it. I don't know. I just need to be away.
Art nods. I think you can understand why I didn't come back.
He just nods very solemnly. Yeah, I understand.
When I realized no one was coming to look for me, that's when I wanted to be found.
I see. Yeah.
But I don't think it's not that they're bad people. They're not good people. And they're not the people that they think they are. But individually, just think of this as permission to find your own way.
I don't know if I have much choice in the matter anymore. I think I'll have to, one way or another.
I don't think my father left either of us many choices in that regard.
Upon bringing up Orem, he kind of gets this look of extreme concern on his face, and he's just like, there's so many people in that city, and nobody knows. And the people who do know what he's like, they don't care.
I mean, I thought I knew what he was like.
I mean, he was never the warmest guy in the world, but
I didn't expect this either. But I do think he's in some strange, short-sighted way, trying to protect his people.
Maybe. People should know.
They should, but I mean, we were branded heretics just for trying to look for something. I have a key. I didn't even break into the home.
He just kind of looks defeated. Says, yeah.
I understand that you want to go home, or make a new home, as it were. But if you find that you can't, you should let us know before we leave.
I will. Thank you.
I know things are different, but I'm more myself than I ever was, and you still know me better than anyone.
I think I'll need a little bit to figure out who I'm gonna be now.
I needed that time too.
Yeah, I guess you would understand, huh? You were dead.
Yeah.
For a long time. So...
Yeah. 15 years, give or take, but...
It's a interesting way to soul search, but seems to have worked for you, so... He has a very, half-hearted, kind of smile. He's trying to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Clearly he isn't the type of person who is very used to feeling very sad and doesn't want anybody to feel bad for him. So he's trying to crack jokes.
Yeah. Art kind of nudges him with his shoulder and I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
It's okay. I think in the end I'll prefer knowing about everything. I think in the long run that'll be better for me. Or at least I hope so. That's what I keep telling myself.
I mean, ignorance is bliss, but
it was pretty good. It was not bad. Yeah.
You would have found out one way or another.
Probably.
At least about me and us.
Yeah. Probably could have gone a lot worse, couldn't it?
Anytime we had to, before we found you, anytime we had to fight, I couldn't bring myself to hurt anyone until I knew it was no one I knew. I was scared of having to fight you. Don't think I could have.
I don't think I could have fought you either. And I wonder what they would have done to me if I refused to.
Yeah. Wouldn't have. This worked out poorly, but I think it could have gone a lot worse, is all.
Yeah. It's best of a worst case scenario, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? That makes sense. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You have a point.
Yeah. I'm glad we got to see each other again, and...
Me too.
I'll give you some time, and hopefully I can come back and visit.
That would be nice. I would like that.
Art nods with a certainty he doesn't have that they will not die doing whatever it is that they're doing.
Very good.
Yeah, and tells him to get some rest.
He nods and he goes off to have a nap. A sleepless nap.
Elf nap.
Sleepless nap. Listen, elves can sleep.
They can sleep.
They choose to.
I didn't want to ruin the moment, but when you were like, I don't think I would have been able to fight you, I was so tempted to be like Oswalt in the background goes, I would have.
Yeah, no. Art is very aware that
I mean, that was then.
that things could have ended very poorly.
I'd say that was then, though. Oswalt actually is cool with Lyrian now.
Well, at this point, because he's just a dumb, likable boy.
He was a bro when we needed him, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's shit in battle, but outside of battle, at least we had a healer for a hot second.
Yeah, we had some healing slots.
Mm-hmm. That was helpful.
Was helpful.
At least for a bit. Okay. So, after the projected week and a half, your course goes as smoothly as it could have.
Woo!
And you find yourself just a little bit north of a little coastal village in London called Red Claw Landing. Keeping yourself hidden behind like a rocky peninsula, as per Larian's suggestion, as per the plan with his family. You drop anchor, and there is a little ship that appears from beyond the peninsula. It comes and stops right alongside your ship, upon which is a very small crew, and an elven woman that is very familiar to Art.
Art waves from their boat.
She's still kind of shocked to actually see Art alive, even though Larian would have told her.
Yeah.
But shocked and waves back.
There would have been a funeral and everything.
Mm-hmm. There was a whole service. Yep. Which at one point Larian did tell you about, and it was like this big ceremony for all these lost paladins who were heralded as heroes.
Yeah. And then he comes back a fucking heretic. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
You mother.
Nobody's going to talk about it, though. You're just going to be nothing now.
Yeah.
As far as the country is concerned. Larian gathers up all of his belongings and prepares to disembark.
We're so sad about it, by the way. Oh.
Art is very sad. And
I am heartbroken that
a little bit.
What's his name is leaving.
Wow.
We will never be whole again without him.
He definitely gives him like a very like tearful hug goodbye.
Mm-hmm. He returns this hug as tightly as he can and is clearly holding back sobs.
Aww.
Trying his best to anyway.
Art is absolutely crying. Like he is already crying.
Oh, no way. Are you upset? Do you need a hug?
Larian is not like a dude bro, but he's definitely still of the mindset of like, I want people to see me crying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like
he's making the weird voice of I'm going to cry but not crying, which is worse than just crying, to be honest.
I'm fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I'll see you later, dude. Like,
see you later, dude. Have a good day.
Yeah,
no big deal.
Everything's really chill with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be chill at all. Stay safe.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
By the way, I'm making jokes, but Walt's not saying anything. He's not that much of a dickhead.
Oswalt is there to see him off, too. I imagine Knack's fucking in the dark somewhere, and Will obviously doesn't care too much. So.
Will is there, but only to put an arm around Art's shoulders. Moral support.
Oswalt's there to see him off and give him a firm handshake of appreciation. Thanks, bro. He
Reciprocates the gesture, gives you a nice friendly nod.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah.
Will says, have a good life.
I will.
And just smiles at him.
You too, man.
He's just smiling. It's kind of creepy.
Larian goes to return Art's sword.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I believe this belongs to you, my friend.
Just keep it.
He looks a little bit unsure at first. He looks at it, and he looks at you, and then he looks contemplative for a moment. He's like, yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't have to use it, but I think you should have something.
I think you're right. I think it's probably a smart move. Thank you again for everything. Thank you for being alive.
Archie starts crying again.
Oh, you did it.
Stop it, dude. You're gonna
just
make
again,
me
he's just
cry.
like, oh fuck.
Stop
I
it.
don't want to cry. I'm fine.
You being sad is making me sad.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This guy's ridiculous.
I'm good. I'm fine. It's fine.
Art's just like sniffling, and he's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll see you later.
I'll see you again soon. Well, soon-ish. Probably. Yeah. You know, some point.
Yeah, they both make like, you know, a couple years.
Maybe. I don't know. He gives you
Yeah.
another hug. Very tight
Yeah.
hug. He's a little bit shaky.
Yeah, Art is right there. Just very sad. Does not want to have to say goodbye to his very good friend again.
Yeah. Considering how well that went last time.
Yep. The last time he left, he did fictionally die and then disappear for 15 years. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all chill.
it's very chill. Very chill.
After the hug ends, he steps back, and as much as he's not openly, like, loudly sobbing, he does have tears streaming down his face.
Yeah, nobody expected that. Nobody knew that he was about to cry.
He's got the big anime tears.
No one knew he was meant to cry.
The big giggly
really
tears.
The
Oh, yeah,
big
the
He
big
did it really
tears.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good actor.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Nobody, don't tell anybody I was crying.
Fucking.
If you tell anybody I was crying, I'll say you're a liar.
Literally, who
Yeah.
would I tell?
I don't know. Somebody, probably.
It's like
maybe.
everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Everybody.
Everybody knows. Did you sound like you're a content awareness guild?
Yeah.
Because you're.
When you find somewhere to stay, send word to the guild in Jonstrom, if you can.
Okay.
They'll be able to get it to me.
I could use sending now. Oh my god.
You could also just tell me, yeah.
Yeah.
Call me sometime.
Or you could do
with
the
your
normal
little
thing,
spell.
you know?
Yeah, that'd
It's
be
still
great.
really hard. I never got the super hang of that.
Well,
But I'll do it for
practice.
you.
Oh. Yeah, it would be nice to chat once in a while.
One of the fishermen upon the boat, who's just kind of a crew member, it's like, can we get a fucking move on?
You've got
We gotta get
you've
beaten
got
up.
to go.
Who said that?
You've got to go.
one of the fishermen upon the other boat.
How are we getting Larian down the boat?
I can help with that.
Art might like howl him down,
My what?
like in Howl's Moving Castle when they're just like kind of like running through the sky kind of thing. Like,
Sure. I mean, you can do that. But really
Yeah.
quickly, Larian is going to turn around and yell back at that dude. Man, fuck off. We're having a thing here.
Whoa.
yeah,
Just
can't
give me
you
a
tell this
sec.
is like, yeah, like we can have five fucking minutes, okay?
Jesus. That being said, though, I probably should go soon.
Yeah, no, I'll help you. You know what? I'll help you down. What is his wife's name? Have we ever given his wife?
We have never
No.
said her name out loud, but her name,
Oh.
she just goes by Mal, which is short for Mallory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if Art helps Larian get down there, he is also going to give Mal a quick hug, and also apologize profusely, and she's not going to be 100% sure why, and
She'll know when he wakes up screaming
be like,
Mhm.
every night.
yeah, it's like a very quick hug, and I'm sorry, and stay safe and have a good time, life. I'll see you sometime. Sooner than 15 years. Hopefully won't be dead.
Sooner than 15 years.
She's, again, like, just taken aback that, A, you're alive,
Yeah.
B, you just fucking did that you just walked over.
Did magic. Just did magic that
What?
it is widely known he could not do. Or at least
what the hell was
rumored.
that? And then you come over, you hug and apologize, and she's just like, I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you. I guess we have to go.
We have to go too. Larian knows sending now. We'll chat maybe sometime.
Okay.
Not dead though. So that's nice.
Not dead. Not dead. Big improvement.
Huge improvement. But yeah, we should get going. You've got a life to have.
We are gonna do our best.
Yeah. And he's gonna jump / fly back up to our ship.
Okay.
This is a
Excellent.
whole married man, and our cat was like your boyfriend. That poor woman. So disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
He's a whole married man.
Mm-hmm.
A whole married man with children and all.
I've said that he is married and straight and has children.
With
so
children
many
and all. And
times.
everybody out here like, your boyfriend. That woman's
Yeah,
like,
your
okay.
boyfriend.
She just
And-
disappears like she gets Thanos.
Yeah.
I will give you an opportunity to get. He has a son. What do you think his son's name is?
Rodrigo.
Don't fucking know.
Take one guess.
Big Dick Six Pack.
He would name it that. Larian gets a fucking
his,
son, and just to make sure that the son will be good, he names it Big Dick Six Pack. That's such a Chad move.
That is a Chad
That's a
move.
Chad move.
It's not. It's not.
What about
his
Kitty
son.
Sims?
To
Can we
ensure
bring
that
Nah.
Kitty
the
Sims
kid's
back?
life is
Why
good.
not?
And his prospects are good. Well, he thinks that if he says it, it's gonna happen. So he names it Big Dick Six
Honey,
Pack.
no, listen. You gotta listen to me,
Okay, Larian's wife is not as stupid as Larian is. Can
No,
we
Yeah.
establish that? Art and Larian's wife were like also very good friends.
But they can just call him Biggie Sixy. Why not?
They were all such good friends that it was widely speculated back in the day that there was a love triangle going on, when in fact there was no such thing. Well,
Is
maybe, but not the way people thought.
Is his son named after Art?
Correct.
Aww.
His dead friend.
Aww.
Mhm.
Now you really can't fuck this one.
Aww.
It simply doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I ruined that with Big Dick Six.
No, that's
No,
hilarious.
you improved it with Big
His
Dick
name
Six-Pack.
is
Big Dick
Artorious,
Six-Pack.
aka Big Dick Six Pack. That's just his nickname.
AKA Big Dick Six-Pack. Oh shit.
When he grows up someday, that's the nickname that he'll have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. His father will ensure it.
Biggie.
But even that's like a terrible nickname. It's so goddamn long.
Big Dick Six
Big
Pack.
Dick
Yeah.
Six. They have to call him like
Bro.
BDSP or some shit. But it's
BDSP.
his name is Sugmades.
Is BDSP not literally the acronym for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah?
BDSP.
That's so close to bondage shit. I just
Yeah.
No, his name is
I don't know.
Sugmades.
don't.
Sugma.
D's.
Sugmades.
Okay.
We just poor child is just like
It doesn't even
ascribing
make
names to him.
Imagine, if you will, while this tiny little fishing boat sails away, the music from Wind Waker when you're taking off from the first island for the first time. It's just very sad and triumphant at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They sail away.
They say
And
it
I imagine you
away.
guys start sailing away as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can
They
we
take off.
please
due west. But yes, we're on a boat. It's not going fast.
No.
It is, in fact, currently going nowhere.
Why are we going nowhere?
There's no breeze for the sails to catch?
I mean,
I'm a wind boy.
You might be
There's always
drifting.
breeze for the sails to catch.
That's true.
That reveal. Wait, why are we going nowhere?
Yeah,
Should
we're
we
like,
be going
wait.
somewhere?
Well, I don't know. It depends. Where the fuck are you going?
We're only fugitives in
What do you
one
mean it
country.
depends? What's happening right now?
Okay, so we got rid of
You got rid of Choir Boy.
that dude, and then
Choir Boy 2.0.
where do we go next?
So that's what I was going to ask is, we didn't go over this in our little personal recap. Do we have a destination that we're heading to? I'm pretty sure the last episode ended with us literally just getting rid of Choir Boy, and then that's
Yes.
where it ended.
Yes,
So we have to reconvene on the boat and decide where we're going.
exactly. You have to figure out where you want to go. You have the whole world you can explore, but
Yeah.
the only vague idea you have is from way back before you even left Coombe, and you had briefly spoke about where to go next based on the ruins that you had explored.
Oh,
Oh, which would
right.
have been Belle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is your only kind of idea, but you can also, I don't know, go wherever. You also have like no supplies on your boat right now.
Oh, we need to stop somewhere, that's for sure.
No, we don't. We need to resupply. Just like as a question, because we're on an unlabeled world map right now.
Yes.
How landlocked is Jonstrom? Pretty direly landlocked.
It
and
is.
on the other side of
So
the masses that we're on.
if you are on the map,
Yeah, okay. That's where I thought it was.
Yeah, it's in this big fucking canyon in the middle of the country. There are port cities and there's train tracks everywhere.
Where the heck are we down there?
Were they expecting us to go back to Dock Ray?
I mean,
I'm not saying we should.
technically, yes. They didn't give you a time limit.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta return the boat, right?
Eventually we need to return the boat, yes.
Ideally, you need to return the boat.
Ideally, the boat goes back.
Okay.
But we made a deal with the boat's ghost, so I don't know if, I think
exactly.
that the ghost's deal, I think that supersedes the deal that we made with the living people.
I think so.
Or we could go to the Dragon Island. We can go
Yeah.
the other way and go to the Dragon Island, guys.
Sure.
No.
Where were the places that the glyphs were sending us? I don't remember. They weren't all in London.
No, the
other one was in Bell.
That was the only other lead that you had presently. The runes that you're talking about, they were all in London. They were all in the surrounding area.
No,
They were
yeah.
the ones that opened up the
Yeah,
Or
I guess it's not
Pillar
that
of
one.
Light.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I am not so sure. I would like to figure out where the next big thing we need to find is so that we can go there, but
As far as we know, that lead would be in Bell.
Yes.
then we best go there, but we probably need to resupply first.
The only other ideas
Oh,
you might have is that the cult, the Church of the One God, is also doing something and also looking for some relics and are generally in the business of fucking shit up right now.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
don't know where.
But they're
Yeah.
in London, right?
or
The
we don't know where
I mean, the
else.
Curse of the One God's all over, or
Yeah.
the cult of the One God, the Church of the One God,
Yeah.
whatever, is all over. But like, the biggest thing that we know about is in London. That was the other reason we went
Yes.
to London.
Yeah.
Okay.
My only point being that if you were able to find any more of them, that would presumably be helpful as well. It's the only
That's
other like connection to that is presently available.
Well, I suppose if we need to resupply, we just want to figure out what port we can go to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where would that
Well,
be?
and we would want to. My point in asking about Jonstrom, if we're doing this in character, even
Mm-hmm.
right now, we're on the wrong side of the landmass. If we want to stop in Jonstrom, it seems to me.
There is a channel that would take you back into the central seas.
Yes. fairly narrow channel.
It is a very narrow channel, and it would take you very close to Munden again.
Mm-hmm.
So do that at your own risk, I guess.
Damn, if only this boat could fly, huh?
Damn!
Working on it. So our choices are circle back around Munden and need to restock here.
Mm-hmm.
Or go up the southern and then eastern coast and restock somewhere over here. And he's going to point to, like, Art will point to, like, there's a bunch of islands that look like they probably have things, but none of us know anything about them.
Which islands? To the west of you or to the east?
To the west of us.
Okay. So
East is Dragon Islands.
west is a collection of tropical islands known as Gaddingford, and it's home to the only lizard folk founded communities known in the whole world. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but they are also lizard folk, which are known to, or are presumed to, eat humanoid creatures.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of food are we getting from these guys?
Could get fish, but you could also just catch fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get Knack to turn into a fish and then lead a whole school of fish, like, right up onto the boat.
I mean, you're right.
And I'm sure Knack would totally be down for that, you know, murdering a bunch of animals.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to eat them, it's fine. I think it's mostly the senseless murder of creatures who are actively trying to help us that Knack is against.
That's fair.
Oh, we haven't had to do this dance in a while.
I don't know. Is there anywhere where there's no people who want to eat us so we can go? Hopefully.
Well, you don't know that the lizard folk would want to eat you. You could
just be a
also
rumor.
spend a little bit more time, and you could go back up against the current that just helped you get here, and go up to the human kingdoms of Origuar, make port there, and probably get some fairly normal supplies.
Be nice.
It would be nice. You could also try just the general wilds in the
Sure.
in the area.
Yeah.
The region that you guys are in right now is called Sundria. It's the southernmost region. It takes up all of from Novum to Munden. And in between there, it's kind of broken up into different countries, but they're largely not really inhabited by much. They were broken up into different, like, provinces during this whole fucking occupation period with blah, blah, blah. That happened a long time ago. That all ended, and now it's mostly empty. There's a few communities here and there, but you could try and find one.
Bro, we just need supplies, so we need to know where there's a store.
Yeah, so you have to decide where you're going to try and find supplies.
Probably not with the lizard people or the random there's nobody here islands.
Ah, yes, but then you also run the risk of taking too long to get any supplies.
I guess so.
I mean, we can survive off of...
I don't eat,
maybe
so...
off of good berries and some created water, as long as Knack has his faculties about him.
Yeah, about that.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, I can't guarantee anything.
About
Yeah,
that.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm thinking we might need supplies sooner than later.
Okay, so we probably need to actually have a conversation about this. Yes.
Yes.
Everybody. And somebody needs to wrangle Knack out of that room. And, I mean, Oswald's the captain, so...
Mm-hmm.
Last say is with you.
So it should be Oswalt. I think you're right.
Also, yes.
I have a big hand I can grab him with now. Just be like,
Go do that.
You do have a big hand.
Yeah. You're the captain. You need to call up a council meet
Also,
and drag the bug here.
things to consider. The fact that you are technically fugitives in this region right now. So, like,
Yeah.
any larger communities that are very close by may also be risky, even if they are not directly affiliated with Munden itself.
That said, would Art know which ones would be more closely affiliated. Like, he'd at least know where they would have stopped on their pilgrimages.
Okay. So, throughout the regions closer to Munden, obviously, are going to be the ones that are more closely affiliated.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are going to be more closely affiliated with the church are mostly going to be tiefling communities if they're not elven ones. And they are going to mostly be pretty much just north of Gaddingford. The ones that will probably have the least affiliation with anybody are goblin communities, which are all over the place.
Goblins.
But typically, not all the time, but typically don't really like people because historically they've been fucked over a lot in the past. And so now they just live in really horribly dangerous areas. Animals. Well, I guess they could also live in animals if they were really desperate.
If they wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say at least 2/5 of the party isn't people.
That's true. But one of you is an elf, which they will probably hate.
Yeah, I can stay on the boat.
That's true.
You can hide your ears again. Just turn back into Kitty Sims.
Yeah, and I may be a person, but I'm gross, so we can relate. Actually, I think Oswalt knows how to speak Goblin.
Holy shit!
What?
I don't even speak Goblin. That's great.
Is not information that has ever been useful.
Holy shit! Yo, that's rad.
I also speak Goblin.
Yes.
Why the fuck do you guys speak Goblin?
Art just speaks a lot of different languages.
Oswalt speaks Goblin because I think specifically way, way, way back at the very beginning of this campaign, I was like, what kind of creatures, because I got an extra language because of character stuff, and I was like, what kind of creatures would be reasonable that a boy who grew up in a swamp would come into contact with? And I think Goblin was one of the ones that
yeah.
Like, that he might have traded with goblins at some point.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean,
these goblins
the
are everywhere. Why have we seen any?
No, there's small little communities that are dotted all over the southern region, but they don't generally go into more densely populated areas. They tend to stick to the smaller towns if they venture out of their communities.
Let's see them goblins.
Part of the reason why Oswalt may have run into them, because Oswalt was in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, how you doing, little boy? You got any goods?
And then after a while, Oswalt would be able to respond with like,
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh shit!
What's up, dude?
He speaks our tongue! That's rad! And then they would party.
This gross little boy.
This gross little boy!
Has a terrible accent, but look at that.
That's cool.
Gross little boy.
He has the accent of a person who's only ever read the language like they have.
Yeah.
They like write down what they think things sound like, and
I don't know about you guys, but let's see let's see them goblins. You know,
I want to see them goblins.
I think that
it might not.
We're
gonna
go
be the
take
best
a
choice,
goblin
but it seems like the
vacation.
most
okay,
fun.
no, honestly, given our current situation, I think it is the best choice.
Look, as long as they might have something that some people in this party can eat, and they won't eat us, I think maybe it's our best option. The church wants to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin vacation. Goblin vacation.
Goblin
The
vacation.
church wants to kill you, and the goblins don't like the church. So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So I like the goblins.
yeah, anyone that hates the church is cool with me.
okay. So are we going to try and venture into goblin territory?
I guess so.
Absolutely, we are.
Let's see them goblins.
Okay, we took a votation and we said yes.
Okay. So, as the party discusses this...
Is Knack there? Have we wrangled him out?
Goblins.
Yeah, goblins. Knack just like totally recomposes himself and comes up.
Yes.
He's really excited. He's got his notebook.
Oh.
Yes. Our options seem to be...
Has Knack ever seen goblins?
No.
Ah.
Knack wants to see them goblins.
Well, we've seen one.
Krusty Gibb.
Krusty Gibb.
Captain Krusty Gibb is the only goblin you have
Krusty
seen.
Gibb hates us.
You met one and you swindled him.
Probably fine. It's probably fine. We probably won't meet.
But I mean, Krusty Gibb is also out doing his own thing, right? So
He's a pirate. So.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
true.
probably won't meet Krusty Gibb again.
We arrive at a tavern and he's there. Like, we arrive at the first Goblin Tavern and he's sitting there.
He's like, you motherfuckers.
We did. So we don't even know Krusty Gibb at all.
No.
Other than the guy mentioning
No,
him
that's
on
just a
Anime
Knack and
Island,
Brix
that's just a
thing.
Knack and Brix thing. That
Yeah.
was in Dock Rye. That was not that far away.
So let's hope he's not there. But otherwise, it's probably our better option.
But he doesn't know where you went. It's not like he would have followed you. You think?
Yeah. Art has no reason to think that we shouldn't go to the goblin community. He's like, if he's the biggest danger, he can camouflage, honestly.
The rest of you are on your own.
Brix is totally forgotten.
Yeah.
Forgotten about Krusty Gibb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
long
fair enough.
time ago.
Down to Goblin Town, then.
So as the party is discussing this and you're all like having like a round table discussion, presumably around one of the desks, and you have like sea charts and maps and shit, and you're
Yeah.
discussing where to go, Laka is like, when you've come to the decision to try and find a goblin port, he just starts rubbing his temples. He's like, okay, I'm gonna give it my best, but typically, I mean, anytime I've had any peers that have gone to goblin communities, their ports are like in these like seaside caves, except for like one or two. It's hard to find, but yeah, okay, yeah, let's do it. Okay, fine.
Do you have a better suggestion, Laka? We're all ears.
No, I have no suggestions. We're... Pardon me for speaking bluntly, but it seems as though we're fairly fucked regardless.
Howdy, everybody! Thanks so much for hanging out with us on this episode of StumbleQuest. The theme, as always, is Struttin by Louie Zong, with other music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. And you know it, you love to hear it. This is a bi-monthly podcast, twice a month, so we will see you in 2 weeks on December 6th. Till then, you can catch us at StumbleQuest.com for information about the show, cast, and characters. We are at StumbleQuest on Twitter, and if you're feeling a bit sociable, you can join our show Discord. The link is in the description. 5-star ratings and reviews for the show help us so much. And if you've already done so, thank you so much, you cool cat. You can also find us on patreon.com/StumbleQuest, where one of our tiers gets you admission into a play-by-post game run by Rosemary. It's exclusive to patrons. I think you might want to join it, because there's some pretty cool players in it, and I'd love to say thank you to them, too. Thank you to our gracious patrons, Andy Animates, Crispy, Eldritch Pixel, Elfheim, John Bridaham, Kellan, Lemonwiki, Mad Hatter Plush Artist, Mr. Peacher, Mike Provenzano, Shaz Hands, Silver, Striker, The Tommynator, Will the Smoshy, and Zolt. Thank y'all so much. Your support truly helps us bring every new episode right to you. This episode was edited by myself, Allie, and you can find me at UCTheHat on most socials. And tune in next time, folks, where Knack's ocean madness somehow forces the boat to crash into yet another anime island. Why are there so many of these?